welcome to my soapy kitchen. We're going to get started here and we are going to be making a micelle water. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out my micelle. Now what I want is about 5 grams. All right, there we go. Just a little over 5 grams. That's okay. All right, so micelle waters don't take a lot of micelles. That's why they're called waters. Now to this, I am going to add 500 mils, and we'll just tare this. Actually, I'm going to switch scales. Generally, I don't know if this one goes up to 500 mils. It probably does, but let's see. Where's my tare? A tay. All right. Get out the distilled water. Now you can buy distilled water. It's super cheap. We want 500. And I don't know if this will go up to 500 for 5 mils. And if I go a little over, it's okay because I got a little over on my micelles, so that will be fine. We're going with percentages here. And that's an okay percentage within. All right, so this isn't going to be a pretty one. This coffee micelle is going to look like dirty water. I'm just telling you right now, it's gonna. But the funny story is the origin, of course, of micelle waters. Now, because France has had a notorious terrible water situation, and you know, worldwide now we're facing this. So if you don't know how to make your own micelle waters, you should probably learn. Now, liquid soaps are better. However, I do have a formulation out there where I use cold process soap. And it's super awesome. But the only problem with that one from time to time is you end up with sediment on the bottom, which solidifies because that's what sodium hydroxide micelles want to do. They want to clump together and crystallize. So using a formulation like this will work better for you. Now, the only thing we're missing right now is our preservative. And my preservative du jour is my set-aside DU. So let's measure out the proper portion for this, which is about, I'm going to use this because this was already used. Save me some dishes. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I totally do. So. And we're going at 0.3%, which puts us just at about 1.5 mils. Oop. If I need to dilute this down, I'm good for a while. I am not pouring it back into my container. Alrighty. I am, however, going to give it a little more distilled water just because this formulation can handle it, because I went a little crazy with the preservative. So if you know your ingredients, you can play with them a bit. Just going to get that a boost so our preservative isn't as high. It's not going to go over the recommended, but I like it in the lower range because minimalism is best, and this gives me a little extra. So what I'm going to do next is that we're going to see if this is a foaming micelle or just a cleansing micelle. I am guessing it's probably a foaming micelle because the formulation that I used for this, you can watch on a previous episode. It's my coffee soda Brickle liquid soap that I'm using to create this micelle water. It's cocoa butter based and also has surfactants in it. So it has an extra bubble power added to it, which makes it It's particularly nice for a foaming micelle. So let me just go get my foaming containers and we will test this baby out. All right, so this is a fairly good micelle water foamer. We're just going to pour it in. Now you don't want to pour it all the way to the top, just to the line. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, that's a nice micelle water. The really great thing about micelle waters is you don't have to rinse them off, so they're great for travel. And especially if you're going someplace where you're not sure of the water quality. I recently had booked a flight to China, for example, and apparently if you get water in your mouth when you're taking a shower, you can get sick. So I've been looking at a lot of different ways for cleansing the body. This is a nice big one that I could do body washing with if I so chose. So I definitely have an option for traveling in places where maybe I'm not used to the climate, and there may be critters that aren't used to me that might find me delicious, because we don't want them doing this to me. All right, I love this one. This is the only one that I kind of screwed up on. It was a completely different, it's not even a soap product, it's an ingredient product. It's my first try at a seaweed extract, so it just gets scarier every time I have to remind myself to be careful. So we will be doing a microbial and mold check for this, of course. So we'll see what kind of growth we have so far. My set aside DU has been amazing, and I'm very happy with it. You can get that at Making Cosmetics, and I've had this for a while. But it's a really good mild broad spectrum bactericide and yeast and mold preventative. So you want to start with a foaming micelle water. This coffee formulation is super awesome. I have a few more. You can also use this as a regular micelle water. Just put it on a pad and use it that way. If you'd like to get some of this for yourself, I have lots and lots in stock. I do, however, make them by custom request. So there you have it. If you'd like some of this, please click on www.gentlesoaps.com and request a custom order of my Butterbrickle coffee, my foaming micellar, or regular micellar. They're, of course, different prices, and I will quote you with shipping. All right, so if you enjoyed this, please click like and subscribe. Come on back to my soapy kitchen while we explore some of the more natural additives that you can put into your liquid soaps. Having a lot of fun and love breaking the rules. Always fun to break the rules and see a positive result. So this one is really good. Hope you give it a chance, and you have a chance to try out some of your own liquid soaps in creating micelle waters, because they are super fun to use. Just make sure that you pH test them. All right, and if they are a high pH, so if they are like regular soap, like a 10 or a 9, make sure you follow up with an acid toner on your skin. That way it balances the microbiome of your skin back to a more normal range where it should be, so it's not working so hard and you're just causing more problems. All right, so that's the thick and thin of it. Bye for now.